He's training us faster than Homelander. He would have survived if the woman wasn't there. The C4 scene. Oh my gosh, dude. Here we go again, bro. Oh, all right, this is the last video of me explaining why A-Train's faster. Because we always got dumbasses on the internet that don't think outside the box or know what the context is. And people keep using the C4 scene like it's that much of an impressive feat, when literally A-Train could have done the same thing. Like, if you would replace A-Train with Homelander in that scene, he would have got Butcher out of there as well. Like in season 5, he had like his Quicksilver type sequence. People forget back in season 1, A-Train did that same thing, except like in season 5, it was a longer sequence. When he was facing Starlight and Huey, I'm not saying he's faster than Light because people kept saying, oh, he dodged Starlight's beams, he's faster than Light. No, that's not how it works. I'm pretty sure her beams are plasma, so he was just dodging her hand movements whenever she shot her photon beams at him. But like even with the failing heart, because A-Train was having heart issues later in season 1, he managed to move so fast to a point where his perspective is heightened and like everyone around him looks slowed down or frozen. Like this man Huey was in the background looking like this, and Starlight was basically, she looked frozen. A-Train ran in front of her and just basically pushed her across the room. No diff Starlight. We know he's been able to do that. It's just that in season 5, you can tell he's gotten faster since then. And like the heart issues, heart attack, heart transplant, like everything. Now, I don't know how fast Homelander's beams travel, but I'm pretty sure it's not light speed. So I'm not really going to talk about that. But the fact that A-Train was able to see Homelander shoot his beams at Huey and time just looked slowed down for him because of his perception is really impressive. Like he was actually moving like X-Men Quicksilver in that sequence. Homelander didn't even acknowledge his presence. People can argue, oh, Homelander needs to activate his super speed. First of all, I don't even know if Homelander has super speed. Like, this dude has normal reaction speed. If you go back to, like, the Soldier Boy Butcher fight, he dodges at, like, a normal human speed. I don't even think Homelander has super speed in the show. Like, he just flies very fast. He just probably flew Butcher out of the house in season 1. Like, the creator said, like, the last 2 episodes of The Boys Diabolical were canon. I just think it's bullshit, because we never see this nigga Homelander use his speed. Like, ever. Unless it's flight speed, because flight speed and actual super speed are 2 different things. So, like, if Homelander actually had super speed like A-Train, it would be like the sequence from the Justice League movie, where Ezra Miller's Flash was running so fast to a point where Superman looked frozen to him, but Superman activated his speed while they were in Flash time, and yeah, he was able to keep up with the Flash. The Flash, you can see he was slightly faster dodging Superman's punches, weaving them. If that's the case, the same scenario would have happened with Homelander and A-Train, but it didn't because he didn't acknowledge A-Train's presence. Like, that scene alone just shows you that A-Train is faster. People want to give leeway to Homelander saying, oh, he gave A-Train a head start. And yeah, A-Train got clipped by the laser in the process, so you don't think he was like a little bit injured while he was trying to run away from Homelander? Even if he didn't give him a head start, I'm pretty sure it would have been the same outcome. Bro, the gap between Homelander and A-Train never increased. Homelander was never getting closer to A-Train. He had trouble catching up to him, and this is an enraged Homelander, so he's flying at extreme high speeds, and A-Train is still outpacing him while maneuvering around trees and dodging Homelander's heat vision, and he's still ahead of him. Like, if Homelander is faster, he would have just caught him then and there. Like, but he never actually caught A-Train. He was just able to keep up with him. He was just spamming his heat vision, trying to go for the legs, but A-Train is still fast enough to dodge, and he was outpacing him, like I said before. But once they got to the street, I went back to watch the scene, but I could analyze if I was right or not. But it looks like the gap between them starts to increase because throughout that entire chase scene, Homelander is spamming his heat vision. But like, once you go to the shot where A-Train's running, and like, it shows like a front camera shot of A-Train's face, you can tell you don't really see Homelander in the background, and the gap starts to slightly increase, not by a lot. Like, I think A-Train would have had good enough stamina to be able to dust Homelander. And yes, A-Train would have gotten away if it wasn't for the woman in the middle of the street. That's why they purposely put the woman in the middle of the street, to show that A-Train has changed from season 1. Because season 1, A-Train would have just ran through her. A-Train season 5 dodges out the way, avoiding the woman, and then he lost balance. And that's the only reason why Homelander was able to get up to A-Train in the woods. Was because of the woman, because it became a full circle moment. Like, it was just beautiful writing. Like, that was just a good redemption arc. Because niggas will look at the A-Train's Quicksilver sequence scene and still say he's slower than Homelander and just bring up the C4 scene. Like you're so dumb as fuck. Like, something that he did in season 1, yeah, A-Train is literally, well, he's not slowing down time, but that's just his perspective. It just shows how much faster he is than Homelander. So yeah, overall, A-Train is faster, but Homelander can keep up. Like, it's not that hard to understand. Because if Homelander was faster, then what's the point of having A-Train in the 7 in the beginning of the series? Or the beginning of the comic even? That's like the Flash saying he's the fastest man alive, but Superman having greater speed feats than him. Like, then what's the point of the character of the Flash? Like, and A-Train is a parody of the Flash. Like, so yeah, A-Train is clearly faster.